Okay. All right. So today is September 6th, 2024. I am going over my trades for today's session. Um, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Going over my trades for today's session and what I saw and the trades that I actually took. 1 minute. Why is it acting so weird? That. There we go. All right. And the trades that I actually took. Okay. So I did take 3 trades today. One was a bit of a gamble trade. It was doing NFP. When it came out, I was looking to try to get a quick short scalp or some strong move down, but it didn't work out too well. It didn't work out at all. I was thankfully I was able to close out early. I took a second trade closer to midday, right before the London session close. I got stopped out as the London session was coming to a close, and then I took a trade during the power hour session. So I'll go quickly over the first trade. The first trade came right around here. We um, we had a strong push up. 1 minute. Let me pull out the 1 minute chart. I can just do that way here. Let me pin this. All right. So we had a strong push up, and then we came down, and then I entered somewhere around here, and I was looking for price to come down here, break through this pre-market level, and go towards the level that I had right around here. I think it was 5440 something, or a level I was talking about for quite a while um, during this week, because I was speculating that price would likely come down to it and hopefully bounce. That's what I was looking for. But my thought of that happening started waning down as I said, well, we kept selling and the selling pressure never died out. So I said, well, maybe we'll end up actually selling on the NFP and maybe even going through it. And that's essentially what happened. We went through that level. So let me got a quick empty chart. I think this is usually pretty empty. I can clear this out. So, whoa. So instead, I wanted to see price come down to this and bounce. And if not, it can also come down to the lower part of this area here, which I'll go more into detail when I zoom in on the lower time frame, maybe on a 4-hour first, like this. That's not the one I need. I actually need the rectangle, and we can jump through it, and then we'll go down to 30-minute, and we don't have enough days to show this 30-minute. Let's go into probably just 30 days should be good. Alright, so 30 days perfect. Looking for strong buying. Strong buying is actually right at this candle. A lot of buying at this specific candle, and then we also have buying at this candle. So this essentially is kind of good where it's at. I'm going to leave it like that. Alright, so kind of what I was looking for was to see, I wanted to see price bounce off of this level. We look like we closed at that level, but the selling pressure was so strong. We're closing the Heikin Nashi at that level. Selling pressure was so strong that maybe we'll continue lower back into the 50 to 200 areas. Because there's really nothing else. I mean, we do kind of have like this, but I'm not gonna really hold my breath with that. We don't really have anything else until we get down here where we could probably bounce or we break lower, right? And then fulfilling the um, fulfilling the task of, well, I guess getting back to our 50%, just like NQ is already past its 50%. So if we go back to what I was looking at on the charts for NQ, you know, I was hoping that when we came back down, that would have made this nice little journey down to this level here, another 30 points. But we ended up going higher, and since price was pausing for too long, I took an exit at break even for that trade. This one here was break even. I was in the trade for a minute. I didn't give it much time to move, because usually when this price go here, I want to see price react the other way. I had my stop loss up here initially. Willing to stop out a little earlier, but I was willing to risk 24 points initially, which is almost 100, and which is pretty much a lot. But I wanted to just give it room to breathe, to like bounce around, because I didn't want to just get stopped out. Alright, so about 125 points. But I wanted to give it some room to breathe, because I was really trying to get down to here, which is about 31 points. Alright, and then like I said, I was going to probably cap it very quickly if it was not giving me what I needed. So, but nonetheless, this selling price didn't really hold, so I was out of that trade. The second trade that I took, was the midday trade. That trade had valid reasons for entering, wasn't a gamble. This was at 11:45. I'm taking a short. That one I have a screenshot for once I'm able to find it. Alright, so this is it. Second trade. So I took the break of this channel here. We had a nice break, a retest. This break was kind of weak, not really something that I'd be interested in, but this one had reasoning for holding. I like all of that. We did have this thing here, but I didn't form it. So I didn't like how it was formed, so I never created it. So I took my entry here when we broke out of this channel, or this trend line. It's not a 45-degree line. It's probably a lot lighter, maybe like 20 degrees, something like that. I think this is it right here. So it's like, yeah, 21 degrees. And my goal was to get down to this 10 level right here. So after entering the trade, price started, just did drop nicely, but it was getting stuck at these little levels right here. I was up maybe close to 10 points. Yeah, I was up over 10 points at a time. And then as we were reaching the 12 o'clock, I said, I'm gonna move my stop loss here. I'm not gonna let it go 10 points and then reverse against me. That would not be cool. I thought about getting my stop loss a little closer, maybe here to like 4 points, but I didn't want to chase it. If anything, my stop loss should have been here for that trade, or up here. As you can see here, which is 5435, which is here, I would have been stopped out in the pullback, and then up here at 5443. No, this is the area where I should have really had my stop loss, but that's just way too much. Alright, that's a bit much. I had to try to keep it tight, and then yeah, so yeah, and I wouldn't even have been entering there. I would have been entered down here. So my stop loss, My position would be way over here, so I'll be risking a lot more. It didn't make sense for me to have that, risking over 15 points to make like nothing. So so my entry was fine. Uh, from that break here, stop loss right up here, and we started moving in my direction. Just that we pulled back right before 12, and then we started moving lower, which pulled back a little bit closer, and then dropped. So we went straight to like my stop loss. What is this? 542875, and now stopped out at 5427, which I put my stop loss at entry. So we're right at the entry when we stopped me out, and so that was that. And then I just waited for the next prime opportunity, and we came here. If we look at the 30-minute chart, we can see that price came to my level, closed at my level, which is my requirement. Price needs to close at at the level at least once, you know. So these never touched the level, just 30-minute close, and then I looked for my entry. I saw my entry here, took it, rode it to right here. Was aiming for this 5437, which is this high volume that we got from selling right over here. Was hoping we'd get there, but NQ was at its level. NQ was at its level and was refusing to break higher. As you can see, when we reached it, we rejected, and so I took my exit up here. NQ did go and retest that same level again. ES was not as forgiving as NQ. It would just drop even a lot harder than NQ, but NQ wasn't budging. Neither was VIX. So I took my exit up here for about maybe, well, how many points was that? 5418 for 12.5 points, which is not that bad. And that was it. I did consider putting 2 contracts, but it was like in the day, price was not really moving as quickly as I wanted it to. This gave me hell for the first 10 minutes of just nothing. I said, oh, looks like I'm about to get stopped out with this trade. Yeah, that part did give me hell. Wasn't too fond of price bouncing around after breaking here. Alright, because I entered at 45, right? Yeah, I entered at 45. So after breaking, price just started trying to like give me some stress, and then we started really moving nicely above, and then we came here and consolidated. I moved my stop loss here, and then we started to move above, and as I'm watching NQ to see if we can break with NQ, we're rejecting. As we broke above, I took my exit. I was like 2 points or 2.5 points from the level, and I'm not gonna let the trade come all the way back down, so I just took my exit from here, and then after that, price did reject, pushed back up to this level, and rejected even more. So those were my 3 trades. Going over the trade that I saw in the early morning that I didn't take because I needed my 30-minute chart to close at the level. I'm really a bit upset that I didn't take it, but I'm also glad that I didn't take it because I had to respect the ideas. NQ came up close to the level and paused. It never reached it. ES did. It went to that level. If you go to the ES chart on the 30-minute, you see that we did touch it, but we never closed. So I thought maybe we'd come back to it again, but after this large engulfing candle here, we came back and retested here, and we just basically started dropping like it was nobody's business. So this would have been a nice entry, about a 10-point stop loss, and then price just went until it just couldn't go anymore. That was like this was a 119-point move alone. Nope, Let's go to the closing of the market. This was about 103 points move alone. All right, 15 minutes. Yeah, right. And then from up there is even more. So whatever this extra is, 103 plus 19 or 20, let's just say it's 123. Right. So this would have been a nice pullback. I did notice this afterwards. I like this break. This is too much of a reach. I like this pullback. So let's see if we get what I wanted on the 1 minute, and I'll tell you why exactly I missed out on this trade. Well, I know why I missed out on the trade, but also what I did as this trade was developing. So not good, not good. Don't like any of these. Here, maybe this one here, definitely that one there. About a 10 point. Let's see, this one is, I like the wicks there. I don't know what it is. My brain is not formulating. 8.7 points. So this would have been a good one from here. And just let price rock itself out. That would have been good. So what I did was that in order for me not to take the trade or be excited to take a trade up at these levels, I said I'm going to meditate. And that's what I did. I went and I meditated for 30 minutes to let this trade develop, because I saw price come up here and I saw price reject, and I said, well, this is not my setup that I've been practicing for. Let me not try to be creative at this moment. Since I didn't practice for this setup idea, I was not going to be creative. I did practice these channels going into the levels or after the levels being formed, and I do practice the 5-minute break. And also, if the 5-minute break is too much of a stress, like this is too much of a stress, it's 26 points, then I need a pullback with a channel that's broken on the 1 minute, but it needs to stay outside of the channel from the initial break. So as you can see, after we broke, we had a retest, and then this is back outside of the channel that was initially broken. So I could have taken the trade here, or like I said, most likely here would have been the better conviction trade, because we're out of it. And what time does this start? This starts the close of this candle right here, which is kind of retesting that area. So everything lined up like nicely. So with this trade, and there we went. So that was that trade that I missed. We did have a trade break retest here. That was perfect at the NFP that I had. When price came to it with a strong volume over 35,000. No idea why. Oh, we came down to my 544 area right here, where I said I wanted to see buying. Oh shit. Now things are just clicking now. Isn't it? Boom. Nope. Unless I want to see 5-4. I wish I had my thing up. I wish I had it up. I don't think I made a screenshot of it, but I think I was looking for price around here, but a little lower. Nah, yeah, after we traveled all the way down here. See here, right here. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So I'm not sure what my level was. I need a screenshot. 1 minute. So I look for a screenshot from the pre-market to see if I can verify what it is that I said I was looking for on ES. I wish I wrote it somewhere too. One minute. See ISM, and it was below the ISM, right? It was below ISM. Dang it, I wish I had a better. Oh wait, I have a pre-market video today. Yeah, Sorry, bear with me. I'm gonna watch my my own pre-market video to see what my level was. All right, here it is. Okay. All right, so it was 549 into 5450, 549. Do I even show that? 549 below 5450, 549, and then below 54. No. 5. What the heck was it? Five four. What are you doing? Five four five nine area. 5454559 area. 5450. It was like around here somewhere. So price did break that level then, and then yeah, it did break below it, and then it dipped higher. Probably could have just looked at the video that I had today that created. So it dipped below it, and then it broke higher. Someone said they saw something here that caught their interest, but I have nothing here on my charts. I probably have trades. I probably have volume above 5,000, more than likely. But let's just go into the 1-minute chart over here and see what they may have seen. Cause I'm still trying to make sense of it. Yeah, so okay, we had some buying here that stepped in. We had buying and buying, so that would be it. So buying stepped in, and then what's the risk here? About 6 points. Strong reversal, 32 points. Well, okay, so we had buying, but this is probably going to be too much information for me to follow with. But I do like how we died out in volume, and then buying, selling, selling, pause, 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 broke and ate all of this, and then potential reversal. Right, so but not my style at all. If anything, we do have this right here. This break is a nice little break for reversal. Good entry potential right here. Trying to get to 90, and then we're up like way beyond that, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 right here. Back to NFP, exit. So when we reach the NFP, I didn't take a trade up here because I didn't have my channel break at all. Now as you can see, just a touch and reversal. I would have loved to see a nice little channel break, but we don't even get that. This is straight across. So I don't get the channel break. I was looking for, hopefully waiting for a reversal. Didn't get that. So price. So I missed this trade, whatever that was, and I missed this trade. It didn't set up. I missed this trade because I was honoring the 30-minute system that I have for 30 minutes to close at my level. Since prior 30 minutes did not close at my level, I missed out on the trade. 30 minutes closed at my level here. I took the trade. I took my 12 points and I called it a day. The 30-minute broke out of my level, retested here, gave me a channel. I took the trade, got stopped out early before price eventually went close to it or to it. Because I adjusted my stop loss because I was already up 10 points. Over here, and that was about it. And then I took this gamble trade early morning. So everything today was one mini. I didn't trade 2. So this, you could imagine if I traded 2, this would be 10, this would be 10, and this would be about 125 bucks, right? So all I can say is that I'm continuously working hard. I did make up the losses from last week this week, right? So I made 150, not last week, on the, I think the 30th. No, it was one day that, so this day killed me. I was down 603 bucks that day. That's when I first came back trading, and this is what I did on one damn trading day. It was just red after red after red. Had a little green here, but then red, 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 and then some green to help me. Um, yeah, I was all over the place. Like, it was like I was trying to blow my account on the first day back, and boy, oh boy, was it a horrible day. So, what day did I um, lose a lot? And I don't know. I know there's a day that I think I just gave back some money, and I said I need to slow down. What's that? What? What's going on here? Oh, it's from and to. That's what's throwing me off. 1 minute. Okay. Now let's just go to the 30th itself. Yeah. So this day here was the day I said, okay, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna cut down. I ended up still having a bad day, not knowing what the heck I was looking at or taking. So that's where the modifications came in a little bit more this week. I said, okay, I really need to stop and slow down and modify my trading, because my trading is getting demolished. It's not working out well. I don't know what's going on, so I just need to stop. And that was from after I had this day here. I was down 585, so down about 600. I said, okay, that's more than I should be losing. Okay, I'm down 600. So this is what I did. If I could find it, my thing. So I was down 600, and 600 was my max. I said I'm gonna risk only 300 after that, and I said, okay, if I'm gonna risk 300 only after that, and then I was down 150. I said, crap. Well, I already lost half of that 300. Well, I'm just gonna risk just the 150, and then focus on just trading one ES contract, 1 to 2 ES contracts, because it's not working out for me right now. So it's been 1 to 2 ES contracts since then, and I did that all this week. I did it all this week. Was it tough? It was very tough just trading 1 to 2 ES contract, but it was a lot easier than just not doing it. So on this trade here, I traded 2, got the trade around 10, and then finished at 11, and that was it. And I didn't think anything else set up. And then on this day, whatever. On this day, there was one setup. Took it short, ran its course. I don't know if I exit early or not, but that was it for the day. On this day here, I went a little bit on tilt. I took 4 trades, and I felt I was tilting. I was just like, what am I taking these trades? None of them were at my level. This one here made sense, but it was like the last minute one. All of these here were more FOMO trades because I missed opportunities prior that I saw, but I just couldn't mentally focus at all. I couldn't mentally focus at all. I felt weird, and so that really affected me. So if I was trading my regular size, I'd be down this much, right? Just times it by 10. I'd be down this much. I would have been down already and out. So even though I made all of that, I'd have already blown up my account before I was able to bring myself back to break even, right? But if I just waited for my setup like I did on this day, this was yesterday, I would have been up about this much. I think maybe one trade was valid, and the rest of them were just me clicking, 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 and being crazy with it. And it was almost about to cost me just my mental capital. So I slowed down today. I waited all the way until 3 after this 11 o'clock trade, all the way to 3, like 3 hours later before I took the next trade. So waiting for the 30-minute, waiting for that setup feels good. I don't feel rushed. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, and I don't need to keep clicking. I just need to wait for my level, a 30-minute level, to be hit. The ones yesterday, it was only one level that was hit. That was actually initial balance, reset, retest, and I was forcing the trade to go in my direction, and it wasn't a setup that was like created throughout the pre-market level. Was a level that was created after the market open, but NQ was respecting a level that I had already created, and so was VIX. So I was going against the grain the yesterday and really forcing the trade, trying to like force breakouts, force price to go in my direction, versus seeing that if we're in supply, well, go short. If we're in demand, go long. If you see your setup, you go there. Don't force the setup through supply or through demand. That's always been my problem. I want to go through supply and through demand. I need to not force that. Let it go through supply and then go for the long above supply. Let it go through demand and then go for the short below demand. And which is what I did today on that 11 o'clock trade. We went through my demand, and then we pulled back, and I just took the trade. So this one would have been a nice one, but it didn't work out. Then we went to my demand zone, gave the setup, and then I took it. Nice little trade for 12 points. Wish it was a little bit more. Get me up to this level here. Would have loved it to go back to here, but it is what it is. So that's it for me for today. Those were my 3 trades. Those were how I seen the market, and that's basically my week. I might do another recap of the week of my actual individual trades, but I've been doing post-market recaps every single day, and been working on just focusing on my angles being broken from the 5-minute, but first my 30 minutes touching my levels. And also I think this one didn't work out as strong because we never had a strong buying volume candle from the 30-minute. So it was a bit risky to take this, but I did like the little push that we had here. So I said, you know what, maybe it'll work. I'm gonna buy it and see what happens. But we just couldn't get there. We didn't have any green buying volume, so it is what it is. Alright, so that's it again for me. Be back next week.